Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the channel. Tonight we're going to do some more Space Engineers Uncharted. See if we can't make a little more progress on that boat that I've been working on. Probably going to have to go get some resources. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. And here we are. Waking up in bed once again. As you can see, the rest of the crew is still sleeping. I guess I must have worked them too hard in episode 2 because I slept all the way through episode 3, and I guess they still need a nap. I did work them pretty hard. Oh, thank God for coffee. Let's see what we've got going on today. First of all, what do I have on me? I've got a lot of steel plates. Awesome. I know I'm going to need more. As you can see, things are still nice and calm over here for us. Oh, I did want to weld that up. Hey, light, so I can see what I'm doing. What a novel idea. There we go. Now it's functional and pretty. Ish. See, the ship is coming along. I haven't had a lot of time to do anything on it, unfortunately, this week. I've been fairly busy with a few other things. Yeah, I still haven't finished up that little slot in the side there. But we are going to work on her, and we are going to get this thing looking like a boat. Maybe get some engines on her. And I forgot to turn off thruster damage again. Ooh. Looks like the tide rose up pretty high today. You getting a flood? Do I need to call Noah? Or maybe I am Noah. Ooh, apparently I'm also out of hydrogen. How did I forget that? Top off the juice real quick, and we're off. Looks like we got daylight coming. Nice early morning start. There's the piece I'm looking for. Yeah, this is the one that was stumping the daylights out of me. Oh, nope, that can't be it. Inverted corner. Yeah, okay, guess it is. Alright, that's more of those. Gotcha. Somehow that just... No, that looks right. That looks right. That's what I did there too. Yep, I just gotta cut that away. Well, that tide's getting high, isn't it? Ah, the inverteds. That's right. That's right. I forgot about these pieces. Whoops, that's not supposed to go there. There we go. There we go. Now I can get this all cleaned up nice. Hey, Lancelot. My sound is very low. Let me see what I can't do about that. There we go. Is that any better? Oh, you know what? Let me adjust a couple things here. There we go. Wait. There we go. How's that? Any better? How's that? Yeah, I tried to make some adjustments on my mic earlier, and it sounded good in my headset. But what I hear and what you guys hear, sometimes two very different things with Twitch, I've noticed. And it's not even Twitch, it's just Streamlabs, I guess, sometimes. I'm still learning it, trying to get all the settings down. Appreciate your help. Glad you caught that. So how you doing tonight? Doing good, man. Doing good. You know, I'm just working on this boat here. You know, trying to make some headway on it. You know, I got a nice little world going here. I want to chart all the ores on planet Agaris and, well, take over the planet. Why have small goals, right? Oh, look at that sunrise. That is just gorgeous. So you play any Space Engineers yourself? Started that world the other day. Very cool. Very cool. It's a fun world, man. I'm loving the water mod. Yeah, it's really made Space Engineers into a whole new game. Yeah, a couple K hours. Yeah, it'll creep up on you. It really will. I was just looking the other day, and I think I'm something like 8 hours away from hitting 3K. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how did that even happen? It's like 3,000 hours. That's like, what was that, like 6 months straight? If I never slept or, used a bathroom or anything? Got the game when it first came out. Yeah, when we had nothing. We literally spawned into an empty universe. There was nothing. We had some blocks. We could throw something together, and like, I don't know. Did we even have thrusters then, or was that a later update? It's changed a lot. I mean, we went from having just empty space to, God, so much awesomeness, and the mod community has really made this game. Um, Keen Software House, they came up with a great base product, but the mod community has really made Space Engineers last as long as it has. I honestly, I tried to go back and play a little vanilla the other day, and I was like, man, I'm bored. I can't do this. Not after all the stuff that I add in and others add in. I can't do it anymore. Into mothballed, yeah, yeah. I think I probably did the same thing. I was like, oh, this is boring as hell, and then Planets came out, and oh man, that was rough on my older rig, man. It was struggling to handle Space Engineers. A whole new world, yeah. I forget. I think we had Earth, its moon, the alien planet, and Mars and its two moons. I don't. I'm not even sure if we had on the original Planet drops the alien world's moon. I can't remember if we did or not, or if that came later. I know Triton and Pertram, I can't ever. The desert planet. I know they're fairly new. I just can't remember about that one. And eventually in this series, I'm going to visit all of them. That's my long-term goal for Space Engineers Uncharted. Um, is to just have this nice long-running series where we, take over the entire solar system. Because, I mean, why not, right? Why settle for world domination? We can have the whole system. Ow. I literally just ran right into a wall that I knew was there because I put it there. Oh, I keep doing silly things like that. I'm going to have to dress myself in orange. Let's see if anybody gets that reference. Yes, Catback. I love Splitsy and Catback. Um, I first started watching his Splitsy's tutorial videos. God, so long ago. Because I was trying to better understand this game, and I was like, it's essentially Minecraft in space. I mean, maybe not at the moment, but eventually. But it's Minecraft where I can build spaceships, and it's got better graphics than Minecraft. I mean, hey, Minecraft was great for what it was. I played the shit out of it myself. Notch, dude's a genius. One dude creates this massive game that becomes pretty much a household name, and gets to live the sweet life now that Microsoft took care of it all. Yeah, I don't know. Is he still part of development with that? I haven't followed it in a great long time. One dude creates a simple game, and he's set for life. I mean, man, if that's not a great story. Well, Minecraft had a lot of similarities with this. It was open world. It was a building game. You ran around for resources so that you could build better, bigger, more awesome stuff. And that's another one that the mod community's kept alive. Yeah. And I'm sure there's probably some mods for that put you in space too now. I wouldn't be surprised at all. You know how mod communities are. Hey, grandkids play the crap out of it, yeah. No energy. Oh, right, that's actually the whole reason I went in here. Don't mind me, I literally woke up like maybe a half an hour before I started the stream, and I just laid down to take a little nap, and then the next thing I know, it's 6:30 here on the East Coast, and I'm I've got my schedule set up that I go on at 7. I'm like, oh my god, ah! So I'm scrambling to make my coffee and getting my bottles of water set up and doing some last minute checks, and obviously I missed the sound. Yeah, I was like, okay. I'm sitting here with my cup of coffee, playing me some Space Engineers. I got some friends that hop on with me every now and then. They might pop in later on. Yeah, my good friends here that are sleeping on the job. We got the Feisty Donut. We've got Agent 117. And my other friend Kuojin. All sleeping soundly. Unaware of the dangers lurking nearby. Completely unaware. Count your blessings you live this day. Okay, you live on the South Coast? Okay. Yeah, I'm out of Florida myself. Which I'm very grateful for right now because there's no snow on my ground. If I want to step outside for a minute, I can just throw on my little hoodie and that's it. I don't have to worry about getting all bundled up and tracking slush. I love it. I love it. I haven't seen snow in years. It has been a little chilly lately. I'm not gonna lie. Last couple of nights. Yeah, so being up in Pensacola, it's been cold up there. It has been cold. It's and it's weird. Florida has weird winter weather. It really does. It'll be 40 degrees one day and then 90 degrees the next. It's like, make up your mind. It's like, make up your mind, Florida. Do you want us to freeze or burn? Yeah, I mean, it beats shoveling snow, right? I'm from New Jersey originally, in case my voice didn't give it away. And I don't miss shoveling snow. I haven't shoveled snow in 20 years, and I'm okay with that. Or the salt eating away at the metal of my car. The average car only survives like 5 years because of all the salt in the roads. Oh, I'm sure that's good for the environment. How do you like your planet? Salted? I bet that's what makes the pizza so good. The water's got so much salt in it. I bet that's what it is. I bet that's the secret. I bet if I started, using some salt water to make my pizzas, I bet I'd get that flavor. I mean, it's that or rat shit, right? Yeah, I'm using hydrogen tanks. This world is similar to how Kanajashi's got his world set up, with some differences. I took away the industrial overhaul mod because it was causing some problems, and the off scrap was causing me problems as well. the off scrap was more technical issues than, you know, than anything. I'm not saying that's the one that was causing me to have some performance issues, but as soon as I took it off, my performance issues went away. So, and that might just be my machine, you know, because I'm only running on a 1660 Super Graphics card and shitload of RAM and solid SSDs all around. But you know, it's you know, I do tend to push it to its limits sometimes. Plus, I've got a lot of scrap already out here to clean up. Yeah, so I don't have the buoyancy pods on that comes with the industrial overhaul mod, and there's a tank fix mod with that as well. So instead, I'm using the hydrogen tanks. Plus, it gives me hydrogen for jetpacks. Of course, now it's daylight. I don't need my lights on, do I? Yeah, he builds some wild creations too. Yeah, it's you know, some of the stuff that he pulls off, like the automated drill setup on his mines. Like he did one on an ice lake where it would rotate and then drop a little, rotate and then drop a little, and he had it all set up on timers. I hate to even think of how many hours he spent off camera getting that to work right. You know, especially since Clang is always present. Did it again. But yeah, those guys really inspired me to, you know, keep pushing at space engineers and you know, do something. Well, I've always wanted to do something with space engineers for a streaming project. You know, it's a fun game that I've been addicted to for a very long time. You know, I could just never figure out where to go with it, and then Water Mod happened, and I was like, boats, submarines, yes. Because I like boats. I love submarines. There we go. You know, one of my little pastimes is a pirate reenactor. So I have fun with that. I don't dress as the good guys. I dress as the dirty pirate. God, Build Vision. Thank you so much for that wonderful invention. I don't know how I played for years without Build Vision. You know, being able to just go to a block, click it up, got all my things right there. I can set everything right where I want it. I mean, it's awesome. It really is awesome. I do need. I do need to set this to 0. Come on, come on, come on. Won't let me type it in. Alright, and let's see. Oh. Guess it would help if I turned the hinge lock off, huh? Oh, did I? Yep, I did. I installed it upside down. Classic me. Alright, and now we'll lock that. Excellent. Alright, let's see. What is the up and it always gets me with these is that little thing up in the top right? Is that the up or the down? I can never figure that out. I wouldn't believe how long it took me to figure out how to align a projector. I spent many an hour simply just trying to rotate a blueprint to get it to work right. Let's see, I should probably grab some... Oh, no, I have food and water on me. But we can get rid of that. I don't need to be carrying my poo. I just saw that my bottle's pretty low. Do. But yeah, it never ceases to amaze me how addictive this game is to me. It's just a fun game. I mean, yeah, sure. I've got other games where I'm blowing shit up or driving around. Like lately, I've been addicted to American Truck Simulator, which is one that I bought ages ago, never played it, and then started getting back into it recently after watching a few guys on Twitch. Which the guys at Team Convoy, like that whole crew, is just awesome. Spider Gray, Truckin' Cowboy, Dirty Player, a bunch of them over there. Just awesome dudes to hang out with. Alright, let's try setting this one at... Alright, right where it is. And we'll drop this to 0. See if I did it right this time. If that's the case, then that little tab thing is the bottom. Yay! I think we did it right. I don't like how low that's sitting. Let's change that a little bit. Yeah, let's go 88. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a ramp here, right? It's going to flip out and then extend down so that I can drive vehicles from here onto the beach and then vice versa. That's the plan here. Just trying to figure out how long I need to make said ramp. Probably pretty long. And I'm going to cover these with catwalks. so I can actually drive the vehicles back into here on both sides, so I can get 2 ground vehicles in there. And then the ramp will just fold up nice and neatly in here, and then we depart, and we can raise anchor. I mean, once I have like a bridge, and that's the plan. Because anybody who's ever played Space Engineers knows that plans can change very quickly. Like my plan to keep this beach nice and pristine. Yeah, well, now it looks like the Jersey Shore. Get some more steel plates going. So you, Lancelot, you excited about the new DLC coming up, the Warfare 2 coming up? I think, what is it, next month, February? Let's see. That's my goal for today, is to get this ramp operational. Oh, it means I'm going to have to change that lower limit so it goes beyond 90, so it actually has a little more down to it, but I'll figure it out. Sadly, if I were to unhook this thing from its moorings right now, it would probably drop like a stone because the tanks aren't filled up yet. These tanks have been running since episode 2. And it's going to take them a long time to fill. Ooh, blast door blocks. Blast door blocks, that'll work nicely. I just realized what I did. If I have any kind of wall here, which I plan to, these blocks are going to rub on it. Yeah, we'll go to here. There we go. That's okay. Easy fix. Easy fix. Most glass door blocks have a little more meat to them, so they don't tend to shred themselves as easily. Where did I go with this? 2 from the slope. Alright. There we go. All I gotta do is weld this up, get the dimensions right on here, and we will have a ramp. The rubbing block on block problems, yes and no. It still happens, and still fairly regularly. Large grid, not so much, but I just take some precautions. Plus, yeah, it's gonna give it a little prettiness too. So gotta have the prettiness. Yeah, it's funny. My friends that I usually play with, yeah, you'll hear them talk about me and building ships, and they're like, "Oh, he never builds small," and they're right. I typically don't. Um, or I never finish a ship because I'm always greebling something on it. I always find something else I want to change or adjust or paint or, there's always something I change. Like I don't think I've ever officially declared a ship finished in my life. There's actually one ship that it's become a running joke now at this point because there's no way that I could finish it. It's a ship I designed called the Terra Nova. I think at last count it was somewhere around 80,000 blocks, and it's not done. But I can't load it. My computer will crash if I try to load it. I made her too big for my system. Yeah. So that ship, unfortunately, as awesome as that ship is, I can never finish her. I can't even load her in anymore. She's got a massive hangar bay, an engineering bay that is so beautifully designed. I'm very happy with the aesthetics that I did in there. And then from the hangar bay to launch and land the craft, you have 2 launch tubes on the side, one on each side, 2 big massive launch tubes like the Battlestar Galactica. And so you fly into the tube and then you pull into the hangar, or you come out of the hangar and then you take off through the tube. Unfortunately, I damn near made her a 1-for-1 scale of something that's of the Battlestar, and now I can't load it in. So if someday I'm able to, I will gladly show that one off because I am very proud of that ship. My friends worked very hard with me on that ship. I should have recorded us building that thing because they you could hear the groans of, "Oh, I just welded that wall and you built another one." Yeah. I tortured them on that one. Well, you got to torture the crew every now and then. The beatings will continue until morale improves, right? So now I try to build smaller projects, like this boat. I don't take credit for that base. I mean, I modified a few things, but I pulled it off the workshop and just plopped it down before episode 1 just to give us a starting point. It's the Habitat Mark 1. Yeah, and it came with a survival kit, some basic storage, some hydrogen, solar panels. The very, very, very basic of what you need to get started. Then I added defenses, the 30 millimeter turrets there. Um, I had a wind turbine on the roof, but it got blowed up. So, gave it a little paint job. The dock I built, boy, what a project that was. It was just trying to figure out the rotors, where to set them, and then I went back and watched some vids, and I was like, oh, set them. You just turn them off, and they act as loose connections. And I was like, I think it was actually Corjan that said something to me about it. Have you just tried just turning them off? I was like, no, I haven't. And then I turned it off, and it sat perfectly level in the water, and I was like, I spent hours working on that problem. And the answer was staring me right in the face. Just turn it off. Yeah, plus these blast door blocks will give it a little edge protection. They'll help take up the gap between the rotors. I'm about out of energy again. I can't imagine why with all this welding. Yeah, I should probably take care of that. I think I need more steel plates anyway. Yes, I know my energy's low. I can't wait to find some silver so I can get the medical bay in here. Charge my suit up like that. I added the radar script, but oh, well, I guess in one of the attacks, I lost my radar screen. Oh, okay. I'll have to rebuild that. I mean, you can see I got the block down here with the program running, but nothing. I guess we could turn that off then, since it's just wasting juice. Built mine where I can drain the hydrogen from it, let it sink, pull a boat on, pump a hydro back in, and work on the boat in dry dock. Interesting, interesting. How do you move the hydrogen? Like, do you have lower tanks and upper tanks? So I'm curious about that. I've got the hydrogen vent dump on this. I've tried some work with submarines, but I have not quite mastered those builds yet. They can be a little tricky. You're trying to find a way of keeping that ballast and gas just right. what I see a lot of guys do is I see them mount thrusters and have a full tank and keep one empty, and I just use stockpile to... Okay, so you just transfer the buoyancy. Okay. That's actually not a bad idea. I might use that in a future project. You know, something that just needs to get a little lower in the water. I'd be afraid to try to install something like that on this currently with its, you know, using these massive tanks. The damn ship would be so tall she'd probably fall over. All right. I'm almost scared to try this. All right, hinge lock is off. How about you? Hinge lock is on. Let's turn that off. All right, now I'm gonna need to group them. I'm gonna stand way the hell back here when I do it, because I know my luck. Working on how to set up program blocks, timers. Nice. This way you could just push one button and the whole thing just does it for you. I love those systems, especially those systems that are easily transferable. Yeah, you can just put it in right into another craft. Oh, I love those. Crap. I didn't bother to name the hinges. We'll call you ramp hinge top. And ramp hinge bottom. There we go. Now I can find them. God, do you remember the old way before Build Vision of having to go through the menu one by one to find out which one of those hinges or rotors or pistons were? On some builds, it used to drive me nuts. Moment of truth. Well, that didn't quite go how I wanted it to. Write it down a little to find it. Yeah. Oh, okay. So this is this is not working. Maybe we need more power? No, power shouldn't be an issue. No, we don't want that. No, sir. We're looking at waffle irons at that point. Why won't she? The limits? I think it's the limits. You know, it could be. Could be. Alright, let's start with the top. Let's see. Current angle is negative 88. She should go out to 0. Boy, that's just a little bit unsettling. Raise the top one, then the bottom one. Let's see. Well, that is most definitely not what I wanted. I knew that wasn't going to pan out well when I did it. But I did it anyway. I break it. I broke it. Would help if I could spell hinge properly, wouldn't it? There we go. They're just not, let's see. What is going on with my fingers today? There we go. See, that one should go to 90. Ah! You know what? Screw it. Alright, let's see. Let's try this again. Okay, bottom hinge moved. Can we get the top to move? Top will not move. Yeah, I do need a control seat so I can watch it. You know what? Why don't we just, even if it's just temporary, I'll just plop one of them down. So at least then I could go into third person view and get that wide angle. It's not like me to do things, you know, easily. Why? Why would I do that? I'd rather smack myself in the teeth repeatedly. I swear all of us that play this game are just secret masochists. Alright. Let's try this again in a shot away. Alright. The top hinge we need... Well, it has no torque, so let's fix the torque. Close enough. Still not moving. Current angle 57. Fight for hours trying to get line up and they can't see it. Yeah, such a simple solution. You know, just get a seat so you can see what's going on. Yeah. Unfortunately with this, there's nothing going on. Oh. It's a little choppy. I fully intend to put like a magnetic plate here on the deck to hold it. So it was 57 degrees down. Alright, let's try this again. Let's try this one first. There we go. Yeah, it's heavy. It is heavy, no doubt. Glad I went with those blast door blocks. Alright. I need this. It's a pulsing hinge. That's clang. Binding to the deck. You know what? I think you might be right. I think I may need to slope those. See, we were just talking about block collisions earlier. Yeah, duck. No kidding. Yeah, it seems a little more... Well, I don't want to say stable, because... I'm expecting this to end very badly. But you go to hell. You go straight to hell. There we go. Okay, but I am going to need something in there. I'm thinking these should do. What do you think, Lancelot? Think these slope blocks will work in here for this? Actually, where I got the idea from this this boat and to do this ramp-like setup on here is another game I play called Star Citizen. They have a concept ship, which means it's not flyable in the game yet. called the Liberator, made by Anvil Industries, and it's a small ship carrier ship. Oh, you play Star Citizen? Okay, so yeah, you probably saw it when they dropped the Liberator. What was that? Invictus, or not Invictus? The Expo, which I'm the same name in Star Citizen 2. If you want to ever hit me up over there, Hawk underscore Carson. I didn't buy the Liberator because I love Star Citizen, but there was a concept ship that I bought 4 years ago called the RSI Apollo Medevac, the white one, the limited edition one. I have been waiting 4 years for that ship, so I'm at the point now where I don't go onto the pledge store and buy any concept ships unless they're coming out like within the next month, because I'm tired of. I've waited 4 years for one ship that still ain't in the game. But I love Star Citizen. Don't get me wrong. I just wish that instead of some of these new ships, these new unannounced ships were coming out, I wish some of the older ones that were announced were getting some love. Waiting for salvage. I have a Cuddy Black. Yeah, hey, Cuddy Black is an awesome ship. When ship modularity comes out, I think the Cuddy Black is going to do very well. Um, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Cutlass Black. You have different modules to swap out to turn it into a red or a blue or a steel. Which how do you feel about the Cutlass Steel? I'm kind of on the fence with that one myself. The trading has gotten better. I don't know if you've played any Alpha 315 or Alpha 316, but trading has gotten a lot better. It really has. Um, 30Ks don't wipe out your cargo anymore, which, I mean, hallelujah, call it from the mountaintops on that one. Stations refresh a little bit better. I mean, you're still better off selling it to the major cities, Lorville, Area 18, all that on the planets. Um, haven't been paying too much attention to it for about 6 months. Yeah, so you've missed a couple of patches then. Um, the trading has gotten a lot better. However, if you were going to think about coming back to Star Citizen and you like doing trade, I would wait for the 316.1 patch to drop, which is supposed to drop sometime this month, but if you've been following Star Citizen any, you know that that's just soon TM. Okay, we've got the folding to work. What am I missing? Huh. Now what's hanging it up? Try sharing tension. Oh, right. That might help with the shaky shaky. Oh, crap. I mean, it's moving smooth. That's a win, right? Is that... Holy shit. Did that fix it? Is it literally floating? Like, do I have floating steel right now? Like, is that a thing? Well, I know she's not going to drop all the way down because that's in the way. But, I mean, still. Progress. Cool. That also might be why this isn't leveling off either, because it just doesn't have the room. You know, when I have the ship free floating, I can wiggle the gyros to get that to settle better. And I think the top hinge needs to be a little slower than the bottom hinge. Let's see about... there. We've got movement. I don't know why that bottom hinge isn't doing anything though. It's not moving at all. You think it might be the limits? Oh, let's probably standing underneath that's probably a bad idea. I mean, the top section seems to be working good, so I think I can leave that alone for now and just focus on the bottom hinge. The bottom hinge is almost acting like it's not even turned on. Okay, I did finish welding it. It is on. You know what? Give it a little more strength. Maybe that's... because it does have a little bit more weight to push. I'll have to adjust the top limits on that one so that it sits flat on the deck. So I'm going to put one of those... I almost walked under that. I almost walked under that. I'm going to put one of those magnetic plates down, probably between these conveyor junctions. So this way when it comes flat, it'll lock to the deck. Alright, now let's see if I've got it to where I can just push the button and everything is right in the universe. By George, I think he's got it. Now, I'm hoping that because this bottom hinge is set up to move faster, It'll help get it into position so that when this comes down, it helps fill that gap. That's what I'm hoping for. Don't like having the hinge open like this, but I see a lot of good options at this point. So anything I build is going to have big ass tires on it anyway, because, you know, America, we love our big tires. Look at that. I think that did the trick. Okay, it bounced. That could just be Clang. You know how he can be sometimes. We'll get the parts, we'll set the plate. Turn on our headlights so we can see. And then, I believe we can start working on propulsion and navigation. We might actually be able to get this thing unmoored today. How awesome would that be? Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Switch lock. Ramp hinges. Reverse. Can't make it any simpler than that, right? Now let's see if it works. Oh, I want to turn off the automatic on the plate. So we'll turn that off. And the top hinge, but I'll adjust the top hinge once I've got it up. So here we go. Raise it up. How uplifting. This is one of the things I love about space engineers, is starting with nothing and then creating something, and it works. You know, and again, Lancelot, thank you for your help on this one, because I was about ready to pull my hair out on this. I mean, I had my rifle ready to go. I mean, not that it would have done much, but you know, I probably would have dumped at least a magazine into it. I'm the angry engineer. So angry. Yeah, and then explodes, right? What the hell kind of gun is this? And when can I get one? Excellent. The bounciness, is that just the weight? I'll just have to accept that. Let it stabilize, and then I can bring it down. And she's locked. Look at that. All right, she's working. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I thought about originally I was gonna try to think of putting one on like a rail system. Like the rails would come out and it would have rotors on the end and just kind of drop down and then just drag itself up and lift in. But the last time I tried a system like that, the dragging motion, if it didn't cause it to bind up, it would cause it to, well, just randomly explode. Um, yeah, because of Clang and the phantom forces at work. I actually had a ship about this size, so it was a little bigger. Um, get a Clang effect so bad that it went from the ground, twisting, tumbling, and spinning out of control wildly into space, never to be seen or heard from again. I lost the ship. Clang took it right off the planet and just threw it. It's probably floating alongside of a Tesla right now. Yeah, a ship that size just whee floating off into space. I was like, okay, well, that's one way to break orbit, I guess. But yeah, I never saw it again. I It ran out of power, and then trash cleanup got it before I could remember to grab it. Production seems a little slow. I think we might be. We're still good on that. Let's see. How am I on supplies? Ooh. Yeah, I've been chewing through some iron. I'm gonna have to get a trip in for some iron. And then I'm going to have to get to work on a rover vehicle. Dragon was my mount to get on wheels, laying on the face. Oh! I could track with half blocks for the track. Yeah! Even if it's just wheels on the very end, just to help it roll up over that lip. I didn't even think about the wheels. Because you can set them to 0 friction too, so they just slide right up. I'll have to revisit that. I am so glad you stopped by. You have given me some good things to think on. Yeah, because I remember the first hovercrafts in Space Engineers, where you would just mount the wheels facing down, set the friction to 0. You remember those? Like everybody was doing them on the multiplayer servers. Yeah, the wheels down and just slide along everything. Rotten cheaters. Of course, I say this. I built one myself. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna take a lot of catwalks. Sorry. Because, safety first and all that. Can't have people falling in holes. The crew will mutiny. Although I'll probably end up cutting this out and putting some kind of nice little wall design in there. Probably not, though, because I do want to get a vehicle in there. I'll definitely put some blocks in here. I'll put some grating over these tanks. I think I might go with the solid catwalks, though, just to hide the underside a little bit. You know what? I should have done that here, too. That's my silliness. I just used the wrong catwalk. Well, not the wrong one, just I thought it would look better than that. Yeah. The connector will hook up through glass and catwalks. Yes. Yes, I just learned about that recently. I was playing on a multiplayer server, and one of the little outpost stations that spawns in, the connector was underneath the glass, and I was like, well, crap, I'm not going to be able to connect to it. And somebody said, oh no, you should be able to, and I landed on it, and it connected right up. I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, magic glass. I'll go with it. Oh, these need interior plates. They need the thing I don't have. May as well top off while I'm here. Yeah, we're gonna need more than that. Let's see. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I've been playing this game for years, and I never knew that I could hook up a connector through glass panel. Thought never occurred to me at all. So many design options I passed up on because of that. Live and learn, right? That's good enough for me to get building. Rough landing there. Yeah, if I didn't have that right in the way. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I'm going to put blocks there. I think that's good for a small expeditionary rover. Alright, we'll go back. We'll take it. We'll take the garage all the way back. Why not? Why not? Have a little extra room for a vehicle. You know, put a nice little wall in here. Ooh, we've got those half panels now. Those armor panels now. Those tell me to build first in creative. Yeah, you know, creative mode. I'll go into there every once in a very great while if there's like some wild, wacky thing I've got in my head that I want to try to build. Then I'll go into creative and try it first. But I typically don't go into creative mode much either. You know, I mean, for setting up worlds, yeah, I'll use creative. You know, just the Alt F10 menu for that, just to get the world set up. But I try to stay out of the creative mode tools as much as I can. Yeah. Sometimes you just can't help it. You have to go in there. You know, clank strikes. I had one issue when I was first setting this world up. I don't know what I did or what kind of bug crawled up my computer's ass, but it threw the habitat. It just said nope and launched it. I think I might have had like a piece of scrap metal in the ground that I didn't see or something. It just tossed it. I was like, okay, creative mode tools. Here we go. Let's fix this. But that's about the only time I go into creative anymore is to fix, yeah, fix Clang. All right. Let's get these welded up. Played hundreds of hours in creative. They've never touched survival. Yeah, you know, some people just like that. You know, they just want to get in and build. You know, and kudos, because and I have a feeling that's where a lot of the stuff on the workshop, the really detailed, intricate stuff. I think a lot of that comes from the workshop, from creative mode. And a lot of, some of those things are just absolutely gorgeous. What people put up. I mean, I take pride in my builds, but some of the stuff I see on the workshop, I'm just like, man, they're building the Rolls Royce, and I'm building the Yugo. Yeah. Like I said, the only thing I ever really use creative mode for is, God damn, it's gonna be a lot. Oh, I need components, plates, and tubes. Okay. Yeah, if I was gonna build something for the workshop, and I mean, I've got a few things up on the Steam Workshop, nothing spectacular. Well, I mean, I see, my friends, they tell me that they're great and they're awesome, but I don't see it. I was just like, okay, here's a little thing I threw together and throw it up there. Alt F11. Oh, the debug menus? Yeah. Do I not have the parts that I need? I have some. Yeah, okay. We will get these made. Hopefully I'll have some daylight by the time these are welded up. And let's see. 1,000 of those, 1,000 of those, and 1,000 of those. Yeah, because that's going to chew up some iron. Oh, F10. Alt F10 for the creative menu. You're talking about this one here, right? Yeah, that's the Alt F10 menu. And it drive myself nuts with that because they have too much crap bound to the F10 key. Yeah, yeah. Alt F10 will bring up my creative mode, and I'm just gonna click that on for a second, and then Shift F10 brings up this one, then F10 itself brings up that one. It's like, what is their fascination with the F10 key? They're obsessed with it. Next time I catch Zockley on, because he streams from time to time, I'll have to ask him about that. Like, what is the fascination with the F10 key? There's got to be some inside joke to it or something. You want to make my life easier. Yo, what's up, Dirty? Dirty player in the house. What you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. Bringing the whole party with you. What's going on, man? It's a raid, run! It's a cool raid. I like these guys. This is the Team Convoy community. It just raided me here. Dirty player, yeah. Cool bunch of dudes, man. Good to see you. How'd your stream go tonight, man? I'm guessing you just wrapping up. One raid at a time, right? One day at a time. You know, it's what we do, right? And hey, I appreciate it. Like, you guys have been showing me so much love over there, Team Convoy. It's like, holy shit. You know, it's the space cops. Right, it's the Popo. Where are my construction components? I know I built some. I guess I did not. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, hey, just chilling out, playing some video games, right? You know, and see where it goes from there. You know, and you know, I hope you caught my my Peterbilt last night. Is she sexy? That's right, man. And it's like they say over at Team Convoy. You know, rising tide lifts all boats. Yeah, she's a fancy ride. You know, I got her up to 115 miles an hour last night. Um, what a twitchy ride! Holy crap! I at the end of that stream, like I had to go outside, like get some fresh air. I was like, holy crap, man! I can't believe I had that rig going that quick. But yeah, Lancelot, you know, and the other guys, like definitely go check out Dirty Player. You know, he does some really cool vids with American Truck Simulator. Um, He's got some real pretty rigs dressed up. You know, he's got a beautiful red and gray one that he just did. It's almost as pretty as mine. And you as truckers, we always gotta rib each other a little bit. I'll allow it. Yeah. That's one thing I remember about my trucking days. Every trucker you talked to had the prettiest rig. Even if it was a company truck, his was the prettiest. His was the strongest. His was the fastest. Until you got on the highway and, you know, passed them all. Yeah, man. Always competition. But you know what? Competition's good. Competition drives progress. Oh, very cool, man. Thank you for the follows. Hey, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, got the chimes going off like crazy now. Hey, Sean, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming in. It looks like I've got the whole convoy rolling in, huh? You know what? It's giving me an idea. You guys are giving me an idea. And, yeah, I think I could do that. I think I could pull that off in this space. I don't know if I'm going to get it built tonight. Probably not, because I got a list of projects. But I've got a project, once this boat is done that I'm working on, or at least more reasonably done, I got an idea. But I'm gonna keep it a secret. Hey, Kelsey, how you feeling tonight? Hope you're feeling better. Sean's probably busy sending people DMs of his ribs. Like, are we talking the food or like his actual? I mean, either way, you know, I mean, great. You know, everybody's got a kink, right? You know, I'm sure there's a rib fetish out there somewhere. Oh, okay, the food. Okay. Hey, you never know. I mean, you know, some people like toes, and some people juggle geese. just wanted to stop by and say hi. Well, I appreciate you stopping out, but absolutely, go get some rest and get better, because I know the last few days you've been feeling pretty rough. So, definitely take care of your health first. I'm just waiting to see if anybody got the reference. That's my thing. I make a lot of obscure references to old TV shows and movies. I need stuff. Stomach flu with a fever on top. Well, I mean, at least it's not the Rona, right? I've had that 3 times now since the pandemic started, and it's not fun. But I mean, I've got antibodies in my bloodstream for 3 different variants. So I mean, yay me, winning, right? I am untouchable. You've had it 4 times. Ugh. God, I don't want it a 4th time. I remember the last 3. No, thank you. Well, 3 confirmed. But who knows? Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if I found out that I had it like 4 or 5 times. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Who knows? Yeah, do I have the common cold? Do I have the flu? Or do I have the Rona? What do I got? Oh crap. I am dying. No, stop with the dying and the ouching and the pain and the oi. Ow. That hurt. Four times. Ugh. The last time I had it, I think I caught it at the bar that I hang out at. I went there for my birthday, and which I had an awesome time. I regret nothing. I ran into some friends I hadn't seen in a while. We had an absolute blast. I had a few drinks. I mean, I didn't get sloshed because I still had to drive home. Being a responsible adult and all that. Who plays video games? Yeah, and 2 days later, I'm at work, and it's the end of the shift is coming up, and I'm feeling run down. I'm thinking, I'm just tired from working hard, Was not the case. I got home, and I just felt like just absolute death. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, I was burning up. Like, I'm driving home. I got the AC cranking in my van. And my van, she's an old van. She's a 2001. She's an old van. But the AC in that thing, dude, it could freeze an Eskimo. And the whole drive home, I'm just pouring down sweat. And I've got this AC cranked, and I'm like, what is going on here? Like, what is wrong with me? So I go home. I take a little whiskey to help me sleep, and the next day I get up and I just feel dead. I just, don't touch me, don't talk to me. I hadn't slept much all night. I'm soaked in fever sweat. Like, my sheets were soaked, my blankets were soaked. You thought somebody just poured a bucket of sweat on my bed, which, ew, gross. Went to the hospital, got the test, and boom, sure enough, there it was. So for about 4 days, I just felt like, just put a bullet in me now. It was horrible. I didn't sleep. My taste, Yeah, everything tasted metallic and like absolute garbage. I couldn't enjoy food. Yeah, it was just, oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. Yeah. It was like, happy birthday to me. This is what I get for going out and celebrating on my birthday, right? Yeah. I'll do it again next year. I learned nothing. But, now I've got the antibodies in my system, so. And now that I know how it reacts with me, I know what I can do here at home to help boost myself without having to spend a fortune in pharmaceuticals, because I'm not a fan of Big Pharma. Yeah. Just not a big fan. I'll do it again next year. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I learned nothing. Yeah, that's why I've ended up in so many bad relationships, because I learned nothing. Well, thank you, Kelsey. I try to entertain. Um, I don't try to offend. It just kind of happens that way. It comes naturally. It's a superpower, really. Um, Actually, one of my hobbies, and yeah, this is gonna answer so many questions for so many people right now. One of my hobbies is, not only do I do pirate reenacting and pirate cosplaying in the town that I live in, I'm also known as the resident Deadpool of my town. So, and when I put on the suit, I get completely into character, which for me is easy because I'm naturally a smartass anyway. Just now I'm a smartass in spandex. Yeah. Isn't it how much of a scam Forex is a big medical? Yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's all about the money. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's all about the coin. There's no reason why an EpiPen should cost over $600 here in the U.S. There's none whatsoever. You need to be friends with me? Yes, be friends with me. I like friends. Friends are good. I like friends a lot better than I like enemies. Uh-oh. I think I might be running out of iron. Oh, am I out of nickel and silicon? Oh, no. No, I'm not out of nickel and silicon. No, I've got stockpiles of it right there. My inventory system's on crack. There you go. Do the thing I tell you to do. Um, Hello? There we go. There we go. Oh wait, that's power cells. I don't want power cells. What the hell am I building power cells for? Well, now I've got a few. Not a bad way to think, honestly. I mean, better friends than enemies, right? Yeah. Well, who's got time for that in today's world? I got enough. I got enough enemies out there. Yeah. I like having friends. It's something I've learned over the years. Because in my 20s, I was just an idiot. I mean, plain and simple. And now that I'm in my 40s, I've learned the difference between real friends and bar friends. Like real friends if you call them up to help you move a couch, like they'll actually come help you move a couch. Bar friends will make up a million excuses why they can't, but they'll take that free round. But that's not bad. It's not bad to have bar friends. It's nice to have people that when you go to the bar you can sit and talk to and socialize with. Just don't expect them to help you out if you ever need it, because it's just not gonna happen. That's bar friends. They're good for conversation. You know, real friends will swing by the house, see how you're doing, call you up every now and then, say hey, it's the real friends. I got a few of those. They've moved away and whatnot, but they still stay in touch. My bar friends, I don't go to the bar very often. I've never been much of a big drinker. I'll go out maybe once a month, once every 2 months, something like that, to the bar. Just to see how everybody's doing and whatnot. Socialize, see something other than the same four walls. All types of friends that constantly evolve. Yeah. Interacting with different people and... Dang nabbit. I'll tell you, that was one thing I loved about trucking. I was born and raised in New Jersey, in rural New Jersey, mind you. More cows than people kind of a town. It's not that way anymore now. It's Walmarts and Home Depots. But, back then, it was all farmland. It was the garden state. It was the garden of the garden state. It was gorgeous. Loved it up there. Not a whole lot of diversity, shall we say. And there was some closed-mindedness going on there too, up in the sticks. I don't buy into all that, but whatever. Becoming a truck driver, well, first moving to Florida and learning the differences of north and south. That was a total culture shock to me. I'm not gonna lie. But transitioning to it was actually a lot easier because Florida is so full of people from New York and New Jersey anyway. So it's like New Jersey, really. They certainly drive like it is anyway. But becoming a truck driver really opened my eyes to different people, different cultures, different customs. It was great. Here in America, we've got people that come from all over the world to be here. So we've got all these cultures from all over coming here. India, China, Jamaica, Mexico. Pick a country. Timbuk frickin' too. This you run into somebody if you travel long enough from there. And ran into some like legit Buddhist monks from Tibet once too. That was really cool. Like, really, you want to talk about laid back? Like, you can't piss those dudes off. And you don't even want to try because they're just really cool. Where was I? But right, it was nice being a truck driver because it opened me up to different cultures, different experiences. One of my hobbies was sampling different foods from different cultures, and it was honestly probably the most fun I've had at a job. To be honest, it didn't even feel like a job. I do this every time. I forget to recharge my suit. Yeah, and it was nice too because like when you live in a certain community and it's not a very culturally diverse community, you don't even realize it. Like even if you don't fall into how they think about other cultures, you still find yourself being cautious about a new culture. And so it took me a little while to get over that, that fear of the unknown. You hear about that one in the Star Trek and Star Wars, mostly in Star Trek, that fear of the unknown, where it's like, you don't know what it is, you're not familiar with it, so you're afraid of it, and it's what it is. It's fear. It's what it boils down to. It's not the crippling, curling up in a ball fear. It's not the terrified screaming, running from Jason Voorhees kind of fear, but it is fear. And how you handle that fear is really what defines who you are. Do you let the fear control you? Do you let your own lack of understanding and knowledge control you and dictate what you do? Or do you learn to recognize what you're afraid of and then learn about what you're afraid of? Great book. It's been around for, well, quite a long time. The Art of War. It is a really good book when it comes to dealing with people. Now, The Art of War, when I first heard of the book, it was probably high school. And I thought it was, a book on, how to kick ass. It's not. If you really break it down, it's about how to win a war without ever going to war. And I like that. I like that a lot. One of the great sayings in history is the greatest war you ever win is the one you never have to fight. Which, it's ironic, me talking about not having to fight a war. I enlisted in the Marine Corps straight out of high school. Never had to go to war, thankfully. My hat's off to those that did. I missed that opportunity. And when I say opportunity, I mean, it's Marines are trained for one thing, war fighting. To not have that, But, on the same token, I'm glad I didn't have to, because then that means I would have had to do things that I really don't want to do, Yeah. What was I doing? Speaking of things. Oh, right, steel plates. But, learning about different cultures, man. It became a hobby at one point. It was like, let me find somebody else from a new culture to meet today so I can, learn something. Somewhere, and I should probably publish this, and I don't know why I haven't yet, and it's been probably 20 years since I came off the road. One of my hobbies was, sampling different foods of different cultures, but also learning how to cook them. Getting my hands on some recipes, because when you're out there in a semi, you need a hobby. Yeah, I'm sure Spider or Truckin' or any of the other guys will tell you when you're out there, you need a hobby. Just some stupid little thing to do to try to keep your brain fresh. And that was mine, was collecting recipes, and I've got a little book buried somewhere of recipes that I should probably do something with. Gonna try to get some sleep. Absolutely, Kelsey. Get some rest. Swing by later if you're still up for it. I don't know how late I'm gonna be on tonight. Probably another hour. We'll see how it goes. I do Space Engineers Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's like my big love. I've been playing this game since it was, so I think since it first hit Steam. And it's been my love. But Friday I'll probably do some Star Citizen, and then Tuesday I'm thinking Tuesdays and Thursdays of doing some American Truck Simulator, because I just have a lot of fun with it and I love showing off my truck. So yeah, get some rest up, Kelsey, and I hope you feel better. You know, kick its ass. Don't let it kick yours. Damn, we have made some kick-ass progress today on this thing. Lancelot helped me get the ramp going over there. And we got these plates loaded in. We got the floor cleaned up. I mean, shoot, keep going like this, and we'll be able to set this thing underway soon. I'll need a name for her, though. She's gonna have to have a name before she can undock. She's gotta have a name. And let's see here. Yeah, there they are. Light armor panels. No, not whatever that is that I grabbed. I don't want a parachute hatch. I want that. Which is what I should have used on there. Would have been cheaper. Oh well. I like the lights. That'll help guide vehicles in. The little emissive lights there. I need to find like a hug emote or something to put in there. Actually, there's a lot of things I need to still do with my Twitch page. Like some of you guys that have the nice about stuff with the nice, you know, headings and whatnot. I need to figure all that out. But I did find a nice free overlay to use in the Streamlabs store there. I was happy with that today. I found one that I liked today. I mean, that's a win because it's like 88 pages to comb through. And I think I might have gone through all 88 of them at least twice. It's actually part of why I almost was late for my own stream today, because you know, after going through that and setting it up and a couple tweaks on some other things, I was so tired mentally. I laid down to take a nap, and you know, I was set to come on here at 7 p.m. I woke up at like 6:30, 6:40. I was like, oh crap. Damn, she is coming along nicely. Ah! Wrong button. Let's see. I'll lay these out. Before I weld them up, though, I'm going to test that ramp again. Just to make sure there's no clearance issues. I don't think there will be because I'm using the blast door blocks, which have the reduced collision zone. And then, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna flip the script. There we go. That will give me a nice curved entryway. That's it. Functional and pretty. Alright. Moment of truth. Here we go. There she goes. She's a slow-moving ramp. There's a lot of weight on the end of that hinge. I will definitely be putting in some better lighting on the ship as well, so that we can actually see the ramp. Well, looks like it's squeezing in just fine. Look at that. Look at that. Oop. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't catch it before it bounced. There we go. Down and locked. Nice. No collision issues. Alright, let's unfold it. Oh. Imagine that's using a lot of juice to operate that. My light mod. I'll probably just throw some spotlights down or some MA light mod. I'll look into it. I got a lot of mods running on this now, but I might look into that. There's one that I was thinking about using the high-powered spotlights, get a little more range out of the headlights because shit. Okay, it's not in range of me. This is I'm using the Milky Way skybox, and it makes everything crazy dark. Let's see. What are some of the mods that I'm using? Well, probably best way to look at some of these. The Akia development, those really crazy, massive, huge ship-mounted grinder, heavy impact drill, the shipbreaker grinder. Like, these things are ridiculously huge. Like this grinder, I mean, that is a serious freaking grinder. I would not want to be on the business end of that thing. You know, azimuth ore detector, you know, I put that in because the ores are so far apart and I don't really know where it is, but so I use that to help me find them. You know, makes it a little easier to find them. Doesn't mean it's easier for me to get them. Like the magnesium, I can't drive to it. If you've seen the previous episodes, I tried to drive to it and I got stuck. I almost lost my truck over the cliff. Daily needs survival kit. I've got that on here. That's what these bars up here are about. My food, water, and stamina. You know, Dark Star shields. You know, for when I eventually do get platinum, I can get a shield on. Plus, if I'm gonna make a spaceship, I mean, come on, how can you have a legitimate spaceship without shields, right? I think the Ore Detector Plus works better than the Azimuth. I mean, the azimuth one is slow, and that's because of the range. It scans in ticks as it goes out, so when you plop it down, you're not going to automatically get that 2,500 meter scan show up right away. It takes time for the scan to go out and come back, and a lot of people don't like that. You know, they want their scanner to come up right away. But if you plop down the azimuth, the ore detector that I have, just plop it down and forget about it for a while. You'll see stuff pop up in range, and you'll see it popping up further and further out as time goes on, as those scan results come back. feels a little more realistic to me that way. You know, having worked with scanning and radar technologies myself, um, I like it, but I can understand where people wouldn't like it because it does take so long. The problem with making the game stutter, yeah, I have noticed that where I have it in the mod order, um, especially on a save like this where I've got a lot of mods going, it did cause me some problems at first till I found out where to stick it in the loading order, and what mods it plays well with. Let's see. There's the hydrogen vent, so I can purge my hydrogen tanks in a hurry if I need to. Mech pick weapons, I absolutely love their homing weapons and their ballistic weapons. I went a little easy on theirs because these are some serious firepower. Um, the missiles are okay. Ryzen 7 with an RTX 2070. Nice, nice. Is it possible maybe you're having some conflicts between the AMD processor and the NVIDIA card? Or is that an issue that those guys have worked out after all these years? Because I remember back in the day, like if you had an Intel processor, you went with an NVIDIA card. If you had an AMD processor, you went with an AMD card. Like they did not play well with each other. Is that something they've since resolved? I'm not much of a computer guy. I play games on them. Um, I mean, I built this PC, but I mean, if you were to tell me, or ask me, about BIOS things and other, in-depth tech stuff, I couldn't tell you. Because I know the 2070 is a good card. I was looking at them and I almost pulled the trigger on one before the shortage, and I totally kicked myself in the ass for not doing it, because now they're a friggin' mortgage payment. Northwind weapons. I love these guns. The where is it? The 203 howitzer. It's a small grade weapon. You can mount this thing on a hinge, right? Get it all piped in nice and pretty, so you've got ammo storage. And these will lob shells like artillery shells. Like there's range and bullet drop, and you can lob rounds up to 5 kilometers away, and it is so cool to see it flying through the air, and then landing and hitting the target. It's just so pretty to see, and we'll get to see it at some point, I promise. I'm not going to put something like that in here and not use it. Let's see, NTech, some power generation. I need a crap ton of gold before I can even think about that. I got a whole list of mods. Probably one of these days. Yeah, see, there's more. Oh, I did put some laser pew-pews in here, but again, I need gold. I need stuff that I don't have. Takeshi's plane parts. I absolutely love this because you can make some really neat planes with it. I have a blueprint somewhere that I'll probably load into this world and build of a. It almost looks like a P-51, that kind of a style of aircraft. I've even got the Gatling guns mounted in the wings. Yeah, and sometimes it's just the mod. Sometimes it just doesn't want to play well. Yeah, that's something I have to watch out for, especially doing a continuing series like this. Is that if a mod breaks, I just hope it's not a critical one, for what I'm trying to do here. So I had to carefully handpick through the mods and find ones that are taken care of on a regular basis, so that I don't have to worry about it not working on me someday. Which unfortunately it limits me, because there are some really cool mods out there, but if people stop working on them and they don't update them when the game updates, unfortunately they're going to break at some point. Yeah, it's a sad reality. Some guys, they'll put a mod out and then you'll never hear from them again. There were some nice ones I liked that are now extinct. But fortunately, there are a lot of awesome ones out there as well. Is that resting on the frame piece? Yeah. Alright, good. Ow. And the mod community for Space Engineers is awesome. I mean, just type in whatever in the search and you'll find it. Yeah, there's a mod for pretty much everything. Um, Everything family friendly. It's not like certain Skyrim mods, which I don't know. Everybody's got a thing, I guess. She's starting to look like a ship. She is starting to look like a ship. I got to finish up around here a little bit. Well, I'm kind of working front to back on it because, like I said, I'm going to have this little garage area. I'm thinking, this is why I didn't bother to put anything down here, is I'm probably going to have some airtight doors here. You know, and this garage hangar will be enclosed to give the vehicles a little protection. Especially a certain special vehicle that I plan to build, which I shall keep secret. I might even actually build that one off camera, just because I want it to be a surprise, and I think that might be my little project for something to work on for tomorrow. And over the weekend before the next Space Engineers Uncharted stream, which would be Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. I think I might work on that as my next little off-camera project and try to get that up and running for the next time. Yes, I think some of you guys are going to like that. I think some of you guys are going to like it. I was planning to build something along that style, but then with all the love that I've been getting recently, I gotta do something with that, you know. So yeah, I know it's douchey, it's hacky. I'm doing the suspenseful cliffhanger thing. I know it. I hate myself for it, but I also love myself at the same time. So you know, it's. Gotta have those little what's he gonna do? And believe me, it's killing me right now to not just say what it is that I want to do. It's killing me. I wanna just throw it out there, but then there won't be a surprise, right? And some surprises are good, you know. Opening the door and finding a garbage bag full of $100 bills. That's a good surprise, you know. Opening a garbage bag and finding excrement, not a good surprise. Yeah. Oh, it's daylight. We gotta play with the ramp because it's daylight. You know, we gotta do it, right? I think it's a law, right? That's a written law somewhere in the game files. Like when you sign up for the agree and disagree and all that, it says you have to show off the ramp in the sunlight, right? Damn, it is warm in my room tonight. Look at that. Look at that. You know what? Let's get that. Let's get that. Oh, it's so pretty. And again, Lancelot, thank you for the pointers and sticking with me to help me get that thing working, man. Look at that. It's so pretty. See, I still need to figure out a bridge, a landing pad for my friend Agent 117. I know him as Storm. You'll hear me call him Storm all the time. He's got a little gyrocopter. I want to land that on the back of the ship. So I'll need a landing pad for that. Let's see what else. Living quarters bridge, medical, which it's probably going to be a very compact design, to be honest. You know. Oh, that is so pretty. That is so pretty. I can't wait to unlock her from dry dock, you know, have her float out, pull up to the shore, drop that ramp, you know, and load up the vehicles that I want to load up. I can't wait for that day. I do need to place engines, but before I place engines, I said I was going to do it last episode, and wouldn't you know it, I forgot. I wanted to turn off the thruster damage. Because I'm going to be cramming the thrusters probably into the back here. You know, just to keep them tucked in there. And I want to have the thruster damage off because I want to have them inside. I want to have them pretty. You know, I want to have a nice clean hull. And I can't do that with thruster damage turned on because the thrusters will actually burn holes in the side of my ship. And ships with holes are a bad thing, you know. Or the flames will, you know, burn my hydrogen fuel lines or my hydrogen tanks, and things explode, and then there's, you know, exploding and yelling and sinking, and then, you know, horrible 3-hour movies get made later. Yeah, cool. I mean, shit. The only goal that I had really in my head today was to get this ramp up. We got that done. We got the floor plates in. Yeah, we finished off. For the most part, we finished off the front of the ship. I mean, you know, no more big gaping hull there. Actually, she's got a nice hull design to her. I'm really digging her. I can't wait to see how she rides in the water, though. Should be at about half tank on those. So she'll actually drop down a little bit. Let's see, so the water line will be about here. And so that's going to be a fairly deep draft. Not too bad. Not too bad. She should still be able to approach most shorelines. And, you know, tires can get a little wet when the vehicles roll out. It's not going to hurt them. As long as the water's not too deep, it won't float them. But yeah, you know, I think I might call it here for tonight. Like I said, I can't put the engines in yet because I gotta turn off thruster damage for that. That was, you know, my bad. I screwed up on that one. I do want to put some production in here, or at least a refinery, and that's so that, you know, if I go out and grab a ton of ore, you know, on the way back, I can have it start refining on the ship, so that I can actually start using it when I get back here, and try to keep things as efficient as possible. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight. I can't believe this. I can't wait to start painting this thing. Yeah, get the hull done, give her a nice paint job. Oh yeah, oh yeah. There will be happy days indeed. I honestly, I can't wait for her to set sail. That's what I can't wait for. These lazy bums sleeping the whole time. You have no idea how good you have it. And you stop snoring. All right, I think I'm gonna call it a night there. But I mean, thank you guys for coming out. You know, I'm really glad that you guys came out and chilled with me. Like I said, Monday and Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, I do Space Engineers Uncharted. Um, Fridays at 7, I'm probably going to do some Star Citizen, but we'll see how it goes. If we'll play it loose, we'll see how it goes. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7, I'm probably going to be doing some American Truck Simulator because it's just awesome. And I love it. And the community has been so awesome. I can't say enough kind things about the American Truck Simulator community, especially the Team Convoy guys. Just an absolutely awesome group of guys. Check them out. And give them some love. And on that note, I will see you guys next time. Again, thank you for coming out, and I'll see you next stream.